Namaste. So today we will just go through what was done till now. So in the last class we had the Nibandha. Right? So anyway, we'll do the Prarthana and then start. Gurureva gatihi gurumeva bhaje gurunaiva sahasmi namo gurave na guroh paramam shishurasmi guroh matirasti gurau mama pahi guro Saraswati namastestu veena pustakadharini hamsavahana marudhe vidyadanam kurushvame. So before going to this Abhyasa, if there are any questions related to the Nibandh, so I quickly completed the Nibandh Pata last class. If there are any questions from the Nibandh Pata, you can ask now. Otherwise, we will continue. First. So this was one Abhyasa which was left out. So 23rd lesson, the Sandhi lesson, there is one translation exercise. So this was what I shared last class. So we will see the answer to this exercise today. Anyway, these type of paragraph type of questions not there for the Pariksha still. So child Duryodhana, your mind taken over by desire and anger has become corrupt. So again, so whenever there is Sambodhanam, so we should make sure we use the right vibhakti, right, on the word. So here child Duryodhana is addressing somebody, right? So addressing Duryodhana. So when you translate, it should be in Sambodhana Prathama. Okay, so we will see the sentence. Vatsa Duryodhana Tava manaha kamena kopena cha bhrashtan jatam. So manaha is napumsakalinga padam. So we say bhrashtam jatam. Okay, so if it was any pullinga or strilinga pada, accordingly the tapratyanta will end. So tava manaha kamena by desire, kopena by anger, bhrashtam jatam. So bhrashtam ityukte, it has become corrupt iti. So vatsa Duryodhana is in Sambodhana Prathama vibhakti. Owing to this, you did not listen to the advice of elders. So, anena karanena, atava anena. So, when you say anena, it implies it is anena karanena. However you want, you can write. This is just a sample sentence. You can write it or put it in different words also. So, anena tvam jyeshthanam upadesham na shrutavan. So, shrutavan is tavatu pratyayanta, usage of kridanta. It is easier to use a kridanta. Otherwise, go for the lakara prayoga. Lang lakara ashrunot iti. Okay. So, tvam jyeshthanam upadesham na ashrunot athava na shrutavan. However, O son, at present you have not even won over your adharmic mind. How will you protect your kingdom? So, he's asking, Krishna is asking Duryodhana. Tathapi putra Adhuna tvaya adharmika manaha api na jitam. So you have not won the adharmic mind of yours. Tava manaha, you can also add tava there. Tvaya tava adharmika manaha api na jitam. Manopi na jitam. So in a vakya, you can use sandhi if you're very well aware of the rule. Yes, please do the sandhi and write. Otherwise, it is not wrong to write without sandhi. Both are allowed. Adharmika manopi najitam rajya palanam katham kartum shakyase. So how will you protect your kingdom? Okay. So again, sandhi, it is good if you start practicing to write along with sandhi. It is important that we learn to write with sandhi. Initially, we might make mistakes, but for pariksha, if you are worried that you will make a mistake, do not do the sandhi. Otherwise, it is good practice to practice writing along with sandhi wherever there is a possibility of doing something. To date, you have not conducted yourself appropriately with the Pandavas. So, to date, so you can say Adhyavadi, Tvam Pandavanam Samyak na Acharitavan. So, Pandavan Samyak na Acharitavan. So, Acharitavan. So, you have not showed respect or not behaved properly. Iti artha. Adhyavati means you can say till this time. It can also mean from today. Okay, so again, depending on the context, we need to understand the artha. Adhyavati tvam pandavan samyak na acharitavan. in repentance as prayashchitta, give them their kingdom. So prayashchittartham tesham rajyam tebhyaha pradadatu. So rajyam pradadatu, give the rajya to them. So whenever we use the da dhatu, always remember, even in samasas, if there is a dana kriya, if we are giving something to somebody, the recipient should always be in chaturthi vibhakti. So for example, in samasa, this Datta Varaha was one word that we saw in the Ramayana shloka. So Datta Varaha. So Dattaha Varaha Yasmai Saha. So the one to whom Ravana, again here it is Ravana, one who obtained Vara. So there is a Dana Kriya, Dattaha is there. So there is some Dana, right? So the recipient, whoever has got it, it should be in Chaturthi Vibhakti. So Tebhyaha Pradadatu. So give it to them. So Tebhyaha. So they are the recipient of the kingdom. So Tebhyaha in Chaturthi Vibhakti Bahuvachanam. Tebhyaha Pradadatu. Hence, O son, make a pact atava truce and save everyone. So he says, now make an agreement and save everybody. So ataha taihi saha sandhanam kritva sarvan rakshatu putra. So in Ramayana lesson we learned the word samaya. Samayam kritva, right? Vadartham samayaha kritaha Ramayana. So samaya, there we saw it was an agreement, truce, right? Same way, another word is sandhanam. You can use sandhanam kritva. Sarvan rakshatu putra. So please save everybody. Iti. Okay, so this was one small exercise. People have raised their hands. Padmanabhan, you have a question?
हाँ महोदय, अत्र चिन्तयेः विधिलिङ्ग् करो.
विधिलिङ्ग् मध्यमपुरुष एकवचनम्.
अस्तु अस्तु, धन्यवादः.
Tvam is there, no? So subject is tvam. Again, in all these are kartari prayoga. So wherever, one or two were karmani. So wherever we use kartari, who is the karta in the sentence? So accord the kriya padam kartaram anusarati. So why chintayehe? Because tvam is the karta. You did not, or you are thinking. You might think was the sentence, right? So you is the karta. So we have madhyama purusha ekavachanam. Lakara rupa is kriya padam.
धन्यवादः महोदय.
धन्यवाद. So we continue. So now we will see. This is a Prashna Patra from last year. Okay, so this is expected to be the pattern for your Pariksha. Even if it is not from exactly in this pattern also, don't worry. We will just go through what all will be asked in the question paper. Okay, so the first Roman is Chaturnam Shlokanam Matribhashayam Pratipadartham Vyakarana Visheshancha Likata. This is the first Roman. So 100 marks paper, it is only one paper. Okay, so 2.5 hours time, and it's an offline exam. So you take it at ease from your house, right? So the first one is Matribhashayam Likata. So it is not even Samskrita. So 4 shlokas from Ramayana. So this is basically from the Ramayana, the shlokas from Ramayana. You have to write the Pratipadartha, each word's artha in Matribhasha plus Vyakarana Vishesha. Vyakarana, okay, you can say it is a Tapratyanta, it's a Kridanta. This is the Kriya Padam. If it is, then what is a Lakara, what is a Purusha, what is a... Whatever you know grammatically about that word, all that can be written, that too in Matribhasha. Okay, so this is the first Roman number in the question paper, which is very easy. And again, you have a choice. You are given 5 shlokas. You are asked to write only 4. And it is for 5 marks. So please look at the marks and write accordingly. So each and every word you take, write them separately, write what it means, and then write side parallelly. You can also write Vyakarana Vishesha and say, this is grammatically what is that word, whether it's a Kridanta, Subanta, Taditanta, whatever. We have learnt everything. The Pada Vichara we did. So if it is a Samasa, Samasta Padam, then write the Vigraha Vakyam, how it can have a Vigraha, right? So all that information, whatever grammatically you know about that word, you will have to write it. Okay, so this is basically from the Ramayana. This is the first Roman. Second one is Prayoga Parivartana for 10 marks. So you have 5 questions, each carries 2 marks. Okay, so at least even if the Karta and Karma Padam is correctly put in the right Vibhakti, if the Kriya Padam is not correctly done, at least you will get some 1 mark or a half or 1.5, whatever, right? So Prayogam Viparinamada Arthanchalikata. Okay, so Artha has also got marks. Okay, so whether the sentence is in Kartari or Karmani, Artha is going to be the same. So whatever they have given, you convert it into Karmani Prayoga and write the Artha. Okay, so if the first thing that you have to do in this section is identify Vakyam Kartari Prayoge Asti Uta Karmani Prayoge. That is important. Don't blindly go for the conversion. First read the sentence properly and understand if it is in Kartari Prayoga or Karmani Prayoga. Sometimes they may give they may give Kartari expecting you to give a Karmani, or they may give a Karmani themselves and ask you to write the Kartari. However it could be. So we have to identify from the Kriya Padam. You can very well identify whether it is a Kartari Prayoga or Karmani Prayoga. So if you see in this, the 1, 2, 3 and then 5. So these are Kshipataha, Namati, Rakshati, Khadanti. These are Kartari usage. Likhyate, Rakshyate in question 4 and 6. They are Karmani. Okay, so we have 2 sentences in Karmani and 4 sentences in Kartari. So please, when you convert carefully, you will have to do the Prayoga Parivartanam. We'll just give quickly go through how we do the Prayoga Parivartanam. So if it is a Kartari Prayoga, Kartrupadam will be in Pratama Vibhakti, Karma Padam will be in Dvitiya Vibhakti, and Kriya Padam Kartaram Anusarati. So this is the rule for Kartari Prayoga. Karta in Prathama, Karma in Dvitiya, Kriya Padam always goes with the Karta. Right? So Ramaha Patham Pathati, Ramau Patham Patataha, Ramaha Patham Pathanti. Okay. If it is a Karmani, then Kartrupadam will be in Tritiya Vibhakti. Right? So Ramena, Karma Padam Prathama Vibhakti Pathaha. And Kriya Padam Karma Anusarati. Since it is one Patha, it is Pathyate. You know how to come up with arrive at the Kriya Padam in Karmani Prayoga. It is the Dhatu plus Yakara, right? So we have the addition of this Ya and Atmanepadi Pratyaya. So Karmani verb should never sound as a Kartari, as a Parasmaipadi form. Okay, it will never take the form Titaha Anti. In Karmani. In Karmani, the Lakaras will always take the Atmanepadi ending, right? So, Ramena, Pataha, Pathyate. However, how many ever Ramas are there? Pataha, if it is 1, it is only Pathyate. If it is 2 Patha, then Patyete, Pataha, Patyante, right? So, Karma Pada always, the Kriya Padam always checks the Karma Pada. It goes along with the Karma Pada in Karmani Prayoga. So this is the major difference between Kartari and Karmani. We also saw in the other 2 Pathas, if there is a Visheshana for Karta, then that also should get converted, right? So for Karta, the conversion from Kartari to Karmani is 1 to 3. If there is a Visheshana, say Chaturaha Ramaha, in Chaturena Ramena, that should also get converted. Or if you have a Upama, a comparison, then that will also get converted. So we saw many examples in our previous classes. Same way for the Karma Padam. If the Karma Pada has got an adjective, okay, then we will have to convert that also. The adjective will not stand alone. It is dependent on the Visheshya. So if the Visheshya is having a Vibhakti Parivartana, then the adjective should also have the Vibhakti Parivartanam done according to how the Visheshya changes. Okay, so this is very basic. So this is actually very, very easy exercise if you have understood how to convert, right? What was the other thing we learnt in this Karmani Prayoga Patha is about the Dvikarmaka Dhatus. So this is little, you will have to remember the rule, but in exams, they are just giving you one Karma Padam. If you observe these questions, only these kinds of questions are there. One Karta, one Karma and one Kriya Pada. Only 3-worded sentence they are giving. So it is very, very easy. So this should be at level 3 or level 2, but still level 4, we have only these kinds of questions. Mostly in question papers, we don't even see a Dirgha Vakya. where we have a Visheshana or where we have a word in Shashti, in Chaturthi, right? So if it is a Dirgha Vakya also, don't worry at all. Only these three will get converted. The Karta, Karma, Kriya. Rest of the words should remain in their own vibhaktis. A Chaturtyanta will remain a Chaturtyanta. A Shashtyanta will remain as a Shashtyanta, right? Only if it's apart from the Visheshana and the Upama. Only these two will again get changed into different vibhakti. Otherwise, any other word, if it's an avyayam, it will be the same, right? So, but luckily, you have only such questions, a 3-worded sentence. So they should be fairly easy for you to do the second Roman also. So we'll just quickly go through this Dvikarmaka dhatu that we learned. So there are 16 dhatus which are called, we have a list of 16 dhatus which are called as Dvikarmaka dhatus, which means they are capable of having 2 types of karma. So Duhyach, Pachidand, Rudh, Rach, Chi, Bru, Shas, Ji, Mathu, Mush, Ni, Hri, Krishu, Vahu. Okay, so these are the 16 dhatus. Out of these, we have the 12 and 6. We divide it, right? So 12 and we have 4. Sorry, 12 and 4, which makes this 16, the list of 16. What is the rule says? So if the Kriya Padam is one of these 16 or Tadarthakaha, so Shodasha Dhatavaha Tadarthakaha. Tadarthaka, it means if the dhatu, if it is not in this list of 16, still has got the same meaning as that of any of these. For example, take Vadu dhatu. Vadu to speak. Bru, which is in the list, is also to speak. So what will happen? Vadu will behave like Bru. It can take 2 types of karma padam. Okay. So these dhatus 16 along with tadarthakaha, whichever has the same artha as these 16. So they also have the same kind of application when you do this prayoga parivartana. So what basically happens, these dhatus will have 2 types of karma. So one is the mukhya karma and the gauna karma. We have learned that. So the mukhya karma is that which is in dvitiya vibhakti, the significant karma pada. And some other word in the sentence which can be used in some other vibhakti, but we force a dvitiya vibhakti on it. So that is the gauna karma. So a gauna karma can take any other vibhakti. It is valid prayoga when we use it in some other vibhakti, say panchami, or if it is an adara, it could be saptami, right? But we put force a dvitiya vibhakti. That is the gauna karma. So why we should be careful about these dhatus when we do the prayoga parivartana? There is a special rule. Otherwise, no problem. These dhatus in Kartari, there is no problem. You can have 2 kinds of karma, both mukhya karma and gauna karma, and both are going to be in dvitiya vibhakti. Not a problem with the Kartari. When you want to make a karmani sentence, then what happens? Yadi kriyapadam dvikarmakah dhatuhu apicha vakye mukhya karma gauna karma cha bhavatah. If both are there, prayoga parivartana samaye kidrishasya karma padasya pratama vibhakti iti chintaniya. Okay, so you have to think when you do the conversion, only at that time the problem comes. Otherwise in Kartari with the Vikarmaka dhatus, no problem. When you convert it into karmani, what happens? Only one of the karma pada will get prathama vibhakti, like in the usual cases. If there is only one, then don't worry at all. If you have only one karma pada in the sentence, close your eyes and make it into prathama vibhakti in karmani prayoga. If you have 2 kinds, say the mukhya karma and gauna karma, if you have this case, so it's a dvikarmaka dhatu and you have a mukhya karma, you have a gauna karma. If you identify this, then in that case, when you convert, you have to be careful. So, Duhyach Pachidand, the first 12, if it is any of these 12 or tadarthakas, the mukhya karma will still be in dvitiya only. Only the gauna karma gets converted into prathama. Okay, so when the conversion happens, both kinds of karma will not get converted, okay, into some other vibhakti, the prathama. Normally from Kartari to Karmani, object, the karma padam gets the prathama vibhakti when you convert. But in the case of this Vikarmaka dhatus, both are not eligible for getting, for being used in prathama vibhakti in your karmani sentence. Only one of them gets the prathama vibhakti, the other still remains in dvitiya. For the first set, it is the gauna karma which gets the prathama vibhakti. For the second set, it is the Mukhya Karma which gets the Prathama Vibhakti. Only difference is this. This is where the difference comes and you should remember. Okay, so and you are not having sentences with both these types of karma in your in the sentences they have given in the pariksha. Okay, anyway, but this is important that you learn it. If not now, in the future when you convert, you should be careful. So we'll see some one example, just one example. So Vishwamitraha Dasharatham Ramam Ayachata. So Yachidatu belongs to the first set, first 12 dhatus. In this case, so Ramam is the Mukhya Karma. Gauna Karma is Dasharatham. Why do we say Gauna Karma? Because you can also say from Dasharatha, say Dasharathat, or so you can have some other vibhakti. So that is the Gauna Karma. So Kriya Padam is Ayachata. So what will happen? When you convert to Karmani, now this is a Dvikarmaka Dhatu Yach, and you have Mukhya Karma and Gauna Karma. Now you should think which Karma will get the Prathama Vibhakti. Both cannot be converted into Prathama Vibhakti. So in this sentence, if it is a first 12, the Gauna Karma has to get the Prathama Vibhakti. So Dasharatha Ramam Ayachyata. Okay, so this changed. Same way, if it is belonging to the second class, the Ni, Hri, Krishva, the last 4 dhatu, we will see Anayat. So in the second sentence, Krishnaha Sayankare Vatsan Gokulam Anayat. So we have the Ni dhatu in Lang Lakara Anayat. So here again you have the Dvikarmaka dhatu, you have 2 types of karma. The Mukhya Karma is Vatsa and the Gauna Karma is Gokulam. Then you have the Kriya Padam Anayat. So what happens if it is Ni, Hri, Krishvaham, if the dhatu belongs to the second set, it is not the Gauna Karma which is getting converted, but the Mukhya Karma which gets converted into Prathama Vibhakti. Okay. So your sentence will be Krishnaha Sayankale Vatsaha. Only that Vatsa, which is the Mukhya Karma, gets converted. So Vatsaha Gokulam Aniyanta. Okay. So out of the 2 Karma Padam, one will only get converted when you put it in the Karmani Lakara. Okay. And that is depending on whether it is belonging to the first 12 dhatus or the next 4 dhatu. Okay. So this is one thing we should remember. Then the third one is about the Sandhi. So I'll take all your questions at the end. Let me complete. Sandhi is, okay, so we have learned Hal Sandhi, Visarga Sandhi. Swara Sandhi was done in Pathamala 3. Anyway, you're supposed to remember that. So Sandhatta Atava Visandhatta Nama Api Likata. So this is the third Roman. Sandhi, very, very easy words only they are giving. They are not giving any complex word. Okay. So if you have learned the rules, it is easy, right? So Sandhis are of these types. So I just pasted some pictures from the grammar book of Vyoma. Swara Sandhi, you have these 7 types. So along with this, I think you have also learned the Prakriti Bhava in the last part, Sthara, right? Anyway, Swara Sandhi, they are not, from Pariksha point of view, it is only the Vyanjana Sandhi and Visarga Sandhi they are concentrating. So Swara Sandhi might happen somewhere. If there are 3 words, then there could be a chance. But at this level, we should be very, very thorough with all the Sandhis, types of Sandhis. And in Vyanjana Sandhi, of course, we did not cover all the 30. We have covered only 5, right? So, Agre Patishyamaha. So, probably Agrimasare. Then Visarga Sandhi, we just, learned all these 5 types of Sandhi. Okay, so please go back and study the Sandhi rules. So, again, I have given some Saramsha again from that Pustaka. So if you see, we have the what is the Purva Varna, what is the Para Varna, what will be the Adesha, what is the name of the Sandhi, and one example that you can remember. So Yadi plus Api, Yadyapi, right? So these are the different Swara Sandhis which we have learned already in the previous Thara. We have the Vyanjana Sandhi. Out of these 12, we have only learned the Shtutva, Shtutva, Anunasika, Jashtva, Chartva, and Chatva Sandhi. Right, so we have not learned the rest of the Sandhis at this level. Anyway, if you know, if you have a knowledge, it is good. Otherwise, do not worry. So we can parallelly study these Sandhis. Okay, so now that we are completing this course, so before we start with the next level, we can find these Sandhis we have courses where the sandhis are taught, so we can go through them and learn these sandhis, which will be useful at any point of time. Then this is, yes, one thing important in Vyanjana Sandhi. So where is that sthani? Where is that varna which needs an adesha, right? Whether it is in the purva place or para place, right? Mostly in Swara Sandhi, except the Yan Sandhi and the Yanta Vanta Desha, you have the adesha happening for both the letters, both purva and para, right? Only for yan you have the purva letter is replaced, and yanta vanta also the purva letter is only replaced, right? Same way we should remember what is my adesha and which is the place, whether it is a purva varnasya sthane bhavati va, para varnasya sthane bhavati va. So in Vyanjana Sandhi, chutva shtutva alone doesn't matter. Purva varna can be on this left side or the right side, meaning sakara or tavarga. This is in both shtutvam and shtutvam. Sakara and tavarga will only be the sthani, okay, which is going to get the adesha. It can be on any side. It can be on left or right. Only for this sandhi it is like that. For other sandhis, that jashtva, chartva, anunasika and anuswara, whatever we learned, the red ones, no, they are the sthani, meaning the adesha will come and sit in that place. Okay, so the blue ones will be retained, the nimitta, right? The condition or the presence of the paravarna. The paravarna is basically retained, and only in the case of jashtvam, chaptvam, anunasika and anuswara I am talking about, only the purva varna is replaced. So purvasya sthane adeshaha bhavati. And then we have one more set we studied. Here we have the paravarnasya sthane adesha for chatvam, right? We also saw the purva savarna, I think, in the last the Ramayana lesson. Tava hetoho, if you remember, tava hetoho ravanaha maya hataha or something, some tava heto comes. It is for your purpose. Jatayuhu hataha, right? Ravanena jatayuhu tava hetoho hataha. So he says to Sita. So that tava hetoho we saw in the exercise. We wanted a samasta padam out of tava and hetu. So twadhetu was the resulting samasta padam. So tvat and hetu, purva savarna sandhi is applied there, right? So wherever we have this vargiya vyanjana followed by hakara, vargiya vyanjanam followed by hakara, the jashtva happens, and then we also do the purva savarna sandhi. So this we did not study, but then we saw one word. Okay, so the hakara will be converted into the fourth letter. Okay, hakara gets converted into fourth letter of the previous letter's varga. So the previous letter belongs to takara, tavarga. Then hakara will become dhakara, which is the fourth letter of the tavarga. So the previous letter is ich or say chakara, whatever. Then this hakara will be the fourth letter of the chavarga, j. Okay. So this is one sandhi which is not given in your lessons, but we saw one word. So that is why I thought we will add. So good to know these Vyanjana sandhis. It will be handy whenever we see some word, especially when you do a samasa. Sandhi is compulsory. So if you do a samasa between two words, if those two words you take the Pratipadika form and you add them, at that stage sandhi is compulsory. We have to do, right? But if it is in a vakya, yes, it is your wish. You can write however you want. So sandhi, and again something to remember, important thing, Vyanjana sandhis always have a krama. Okay, you can't randomly do the Vyanjana sandhi. I will do this sandhi first, then that. No, that is not allowed. So in Vyanjana sandhi, please remember the krama. So first do the jashtva, then shtutva, then anunasikam, then chartvam, then chatvam. Okay, these are the sandhis we have learnt at this tara. So I have listed these here. So always do the sandhis. If Vyanjana sandhi, we must do them as per the krama. Okay, so it's good to remember the krama. Then Visarga sandhi, again, so lopa sandhi, so Visarga lopa. So these four main instances that you see on the screen. So we have akara and any swara apart from akara, Visarga lopa. Then akara followed by swara or mridu vyanjana, Visarga lopa. Sa and yesha, specifically for the words sa and yesha. And if you have the pur paravarna as rasvakaram vina anyah swaraha, some swara without a, right? In that case, you have a visarga lopa, sadesha bhaktaha. In Nibandh also we saw in lot of places only sa is given. Why is that visarga missing from sa? Because of this visarga sandhi, lopa sandhi. Then akaram vina anye swaraha yadi santi. Visargat purvam akaram vina anye swaraha santi chet. Paravarna repaha asti chet. Then you do visarga lopa and purva swarasya dirgha. This is not there in the pustaka. Okay, the fourth one where you have the paravarna is repa. Okay, so we have not covered this. Just thought of including it here. You can just take a look. If the paravarna is ra, okay, so whenever you have a visarga followed by ra, please look at the swara before the visarga. If it is akaram vina anye swaraha, then what happens? The visarga lopa happens and purva swarasya dirgha. So bhanuhu plus rajate will be bhanu rajate. This is not there in your patha, so don't worry. Just thought we can include it. You have the Utvam and the Visarga Serepa Desha. Both are there. Where Utvam is where U, Visarga is replaced with U, and in Repa Desha, Visarga is replaced with Ir. Okay, so you have the condition A followed by A or Mridu Vyanjana. That is the condition for Utva Sandhi. Or it is A, except these. Any other swara starting from E, U, whatever, Sasva or Dirga starting from E, followed by swara or mridu vyanjanam, then you have the repha-desha. So buddhihi plus iyam buddhiriyam iti bhavati. Then we saw visargasya sakara-desha and visargasya jihvamulya upadhvaniya. So these conditions we saw. For jihvamulya and upadhvaniya, it is easy. The specific letters. Visarga followed by ka, kha, always jihvamulya. And visarga followed by pa, pha, always upadhmaniya. So if you see here, we have given one special symbol. For jihvamulya, it is different, and upadhmaniya, the last two rows, no? So this green symbol, this is jihvamulya and upadhmaniya, just to get a difference, to know the difference. Okay, so ideally the pronunciation is where it matters. How we pronounce is what matters. Otherwise, you can write it in the same way. But here specifically, we are showing it to show that this is upadhmaniya, this is jihvamulya, because only when we pronounce we will know, right? The ik sound and ik sound, right? So when you write, it could be the same symbol, but just to identify or differentiate. So we have given the different symbols here. So this is only for specific letters. Jihvamulya upadhmaniya adesha comes only for the specific two letters. Apart from this, you have the karkasha vyanjanam. So ka, kha, pa, pha, leave out these two. We have the third, fourth, fifth vargas karkasha vyanjana and the avargiya vyanjana, shashasa. For all this, we have the visargasya sakara desha. And of course, for cha, cha, tha, tha, there is one more step where we have the sakara desha and then shutvam takes place. So ideally, we'll have ish as adesha for cha, cha, and ish, the murdhanya shakara for ta, tha, and for ta, tha, it is is. Okay, so just go back and study the sandhi. Shouldn't be difficult. Yep. So that is the third Roman. And then fourth is Vigraha Vakyam Likata and Samasam Likata. Then fourth and fifth is Samasa. One is breaking the Samasa, writing the Vigraha Vakya. Fifth is Samasam Likata. So these are again simple ones. If you see Sheetam Jalam, Sheetala Jalam. Sheetalam Jalam, Sheetala Jalam. So Karma Dharaya. In fact, most of them are examples that we saw in the Patha. Okay, so Purva Kayaha, Prathama Tat Purusha, Purvam Kayasya. So Panchanadam, Panchanam Nadinam Samaharaha. Then Kamsa Ravanau. So we have Kamsa Hacha, Ravana Hacha, Kamsa Ravanau, Dvanda Samasa. Raghuvamsha Kavyam. So Raghuvamshaha iti
Hello, Indaga.
Kavyam. Raghuvamsha Kavyam. Right? So Sambhavana Purva Pada. Then
Kaatla
Charanara
aaripidum.
sir. So I'm just quickly going through them because these are already covered in the Patha. Simple words. So Charanam, Aravindam, Niva.
ஓகே போட்டிருக்காங்க. எப்படி நாங்க மார்க் டைம்?
Okay. Then we have Grama Praptaha, Gramam Praptaha, Dvitiya Tatpurusha. So all these examples we have seen. Sangeeta Nipunaha. Sangite Nipunaha, Saptami Tatpurusha, Anushnam Naisamasa, Na Ushnam, Anushnam, then Ramachandraha, Ramaha, Chandraha Iva, right? Upama Purvapada Samasa, Upamana Purvapada Samasam, Karmadharayam. Then Samasam Likata. So please do the Vigraha and write the name of the Samasa also. So Taptam Sheetam, Tapta Sheetam, Visheshana Ubhayapada Karmadharaya, two Visheshanas. Tapta Sheetam iti Samastapadam. Draksha Iva Madhura, Draksha Mudra. Again, this is Karmadharaya, Upamavachaka, Purva, Upama, Purva Karmadharaya. Ramasya Krishnasya, Ramakrishnau, Dvandva Samasa, Taretara Dvandva. Nimna Unnata. Again, these both are Visheshana. So, Visheshana Ubhaya Pada Karmadharaya, Nimnonnata. So, here Nimna plus Unnata. Both are Pratipadika. This is Strilinga form. So, Nimnaha, Nimna, Nimnam. Right? So, Strilinga, some, this comes probably as an adjective for some Strilinga Padam. That is why they have given Nimna, Unnata. So, we have to take the Pratipadikam Nimna in Strilinga, Unnata in Strilinga. Now Sandhi is compulsory. Nimnonnata. Swara Sandhi happens. Nimnonnata. This is Samasta Pada. Visheshana Ubhaya Padam. Hima Iva Sheetalam, Hima Sheetalam. Upama Uttara Pada. Panicha Padaucha Tesham Samaharaha. So this is Samahara Dvandva. So Samahara Dvandva, easy to identify. You have the Vigraha Vakya only, you have the word Samahara, Tesham Samaharaha. So Panipadam, always Samahara Dvandvam, the Linga will be Napumsakalingam Ekavachanam. Panipadam. It is a group, it is specifying a collection of something. And as per the rule in Vyakarana, we give the Savastapadam in Ekavachanam and Napumsakalingam. Okay, so Panipadam iti bhavati. Whereas if it is a Itaretara Dvandva, then the linga depends on the second word. Ramahacha, Krishnahacha. So Krishna is a masculine word. So two people, so we use Dvivachana, Rama, Krishnau. Right? So we have Dvivachanam there. Whereas if it's a Samahara Dvandva, then it is a group, a collection. Then we give the Samastapadam in Napumsakalinga and Ekavachanam. So Panipadam. Kuntyaha putraha, Shashti Tatpurusha Samasa, Kunti putraha, Valmikihi eva girihi. So there is eva girihi. So avadharana purva padam. So Valmiki is the giri, iti artha. So Valmiki girihi. Govindaha simhaha iva. So this is Upamavachaka is Uttarapada. Okay, so Govinda simhaha. Parvati cha Parameshwaraha cha. Parvati Parameshwarau. Parvati is Strilinga, but always Dvandva Samasa. Look at the second word's Linga. So Parameshwara is Pullinga. So Pullinga Dvivachanam, we should give the Dvivachana because two things are there. Parvati and Parameshwara, two people. So Parvati Parameshwarau iti bhavati. Okay, so these are again, if you look at it, it is very simple. So whatever examples or whatever samasas we have covered in the Patha, only from that they are asking. So very easy to get these 40 marks. So Samasaha Arthadrishtya Chaturvidaha. So we have learnt Avyayi Bhava, Tatpurusha, Dvandva. We have not learnt the Bahuvrihi Samasa. Yes, but we did see lot of examples in the Ramayana Patha. So Bahuvrihi is Prayena Anya Padartha Pradana. Always the components, no? The Purva Padam, Uttara Padam, the meaning is referring to something else which is not with the Purva Pada, not with the Uttara Pada. Whereas in the other three samasas, it is related to either the Purva Pada or Uttara Pada. For example, Avyayi Bhava, Prayena Purva Pada Padartha Pradana. So normally an Avyaya Padam will be in the samasa. Avyayi Bhava, how do we identify? There will be Avyaya Padam. So Upa Krishnaha. Right? When you say Upa Krishnaha, then it means close to Krishna iti artha. So the close to, no, that is getting the significance. What is that artha? What is the samasta pada conveying? Close to something iti. So it is a purva padartha pradana, we say. Tatpurusha is always uttara padartha pradana. So we saw a lot of say Kuntyaha putraha. So it is only the putra we are talking about. So Kuntyaha putraha gacchati. When you say Kunti doesn't go, it is Kunti's putra who goes. So it is always uttara padartha pradana. So which is the significant word? Are we talking about the Purva Padam? Are we talking about the Uttara Padam? Okay, that is how we identify which is the Pradhana Padartha. right? So once you identify the pradhana padartha, then you will know, okay, this has to be a, if it is anya padartha pradhana, then you will know, okay, this should definitely be a, say, bahuvrihi samasa. For example, datta varaha. Is it about datta or is it about vara? Not about both. It is Ravana. Okay, it is talking about Ravana. So it is anya padartha pradhana. Same way, dvandva samasa ubhaya padartha. So when you say Rama Lakshmanau gacchataha, Rama is also going, Lakshmana is also going, right? So ubhaya padartha pradhanaha. So we covered all this. Again, we saw the types of these samasas. So tatpurusha samanya karmatharaya dviguhu nai prabhritayah. We also saw one or two madhyama padalopi. So nala nirmitaha setuhu, nala setuhu. The nirmita word is gone, right? Only nala and setu finally remain in the samasta padam. So in madhyama padalopi we didn't go deep, but we did see examples here and there in the exercises, abhyasas we saw. What happens is the Madhyama Pada goes off and only the first and the second Pada, the last Pada remains. So that is again one type of Samasa. Anyway, that is not covered in the Pustaka, but the other things we have covered. So in Dvandva, we saw Itaretara Dvandva and Samahara Dvandva. Okay, so in again under them you can have Dvipada or Bahupada. So in Itaretar you can have Ramaha, Lakshmanaha cha, or you can say Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrugna. You can have any number of terms, right? So that is Dvipada if it is 2. If it is more than 2, you call it as Bahupada Itaretara Dvandva. Same way with Samahara Dvandva. If you have 2, collection of 2 things, then it is Dvipadaha. Collection of 2 or more, not 2, more than 2, then you call it as a Bahupada Samahara Dvandva. So this we covered. So the next one is Vakyam. Vakyeshu yojayata, meaning you have to make sentences using these words. So mostly from the Avyaya Patha that we saw, no? The Avyaya Patha they have covered. Yathasthanam, yathapurvam, yathashakti, yat tat, sharire, sharire. So if you see yathasthanam, pustakani yathasthanam sthapayatu. In the respective place, in the correct place is the artha. Yatha purvam, so viramakalanantaram yatha purvam, balakaha patashalam gachanti. They go to school as before, yatha purvam, as before. Yathashakti prayatnam kritva parikshartham patamaha. Yathashakti patamaha. As much as possible, whatever shakti we can offer, we will take that effort and study for the pariksha. Yat phalam pakvam tat anaya, whichever is ripe fruit, bring that fruit. Sharire bhinnani lakshanani bhavanti. So in each sharira, prati shariram, we have different lakshana. Say a person belonging to a Raja Vamsha, he will have certain lakshana. Something like that. Okay. So you can write any sentence as long as it is grammatically correct. No problem at all. So mostly they are covering words from the Avyaya Patha in this section, making sentences. Apart from that, the last one will be describe any two in Samskrita. This is the only thing that you have to learn, write in Samskrita. So this is from the Subhashita, the Asechanaka Ramayana, which we covered. So there is one Pankti, right? And we should write about that Pankti in Samskrita. Okay, so and you are given choice out of 3, we have to prepare. So please, there are only 10 Panktis. So you can prepare and keep before the exam only. So you can write something about it in Samskrita. Simple words, simple Kriya Padam, use simple sentences and write about what is the background of this Pankti. We have dealt in detail, so we can write something about this. You can even quote example or say how it applied to Rama's life, right? So what was the background? So that we saw, right? This is all related to the from the Ramayana, right? So from Ramayana only we saw. You can even, if you wish to write, you can even compare it with something what is happening currently, and you can write. However you want, you can write. The idea is that you have to come up with grammatically correct sentences. That is all. Okay, so this part is only to be written in Sanskrit. Apart from this, there is nothing complex at all. All the grammar exercises should be very, very easy. Except for this 10 marks, the other exercises are definitely should be easy for you. In case if the question paper is not in this pattern, the extra thing that you might see, from the old question paper is only these, the Vibhakti Rupani Likata, Dhatu Rupani. Currently, I don't see this pattern in the last 3 years question paper. So they have standardized. In case you expect something more, then you can prepare this. So Vibhakti Rupani Likata and Dhatu Rupani Likata. So these were there in the previous older question papers. They were compulsorily there in all the question papers, but now last 3 years they are not asking this kind of question. Anyway, this is important. Anybody who is doing Adhyanam of Sanskritam should be knowing the Vibhakti Rupa, Dhatu Rupa. So we can practice. This should not be a problem. So for each lesson, you can collect the dhatus that you have learned, the simple ones, and you can always practice writing the Lakara Rupa. And Vibhakti also, we have been covering all through the Patha. Still, you can go through and study the important Shabdas. So this is all about the question paper. Okay. So, and one more announcement. So today will be the last class with respect to teaching. So there will be a valedictory session. So we've officially closed this class on Friday. Okay. So 19th at 11 o'clock. Welcome you all to the valedictory session. So please take part. So I've been doing the talking till now, so it's time for you to talk. Give us feedback and let us know how we can improve. Any feedback that you wish to give us. So please attend at 11 a.m. on Friday. Okay, so now I will take the questions. If you have any questions, please raise your hand. Okay. Samskrita bhashayam api lekhitum shakyate va matrubhasha. You can write in Sanskrit. They are asking you to write in Matrubhasha. So, if you can write grammatically, write sentences, fine. Are the questions different in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka? Yes, I don't know. Why is it different in Karnataka? I don't think so. Have you seen any question paper like that? I don't think it is different in different parts.
சொல்றேன் அக்கா நீங்க இதுல இருப்பாங்க கிளாஸ்ல போறதுல ஏதோ செமினார் அட்டெண்ட் பண்றாங்க.
Sir, your voice is not.
பார்க்கறாங்க பாத்துக்கீங்களா?
Raju sir, you're talking to us, sir.
Excuse me,
Yes.
I just want to know, there is one द्विकर्म padam atra mukhya karma padam gauna karma padam. In first example you have quoted mukhya karma in the prathama vibhakti. In the second one you told gauna padam in the prathama vibhakti.
Yes.
Why it is that, sir?
That is what I showed you the list, no? Why is that difference? So there is a rule in Vyakarana. So go back to that list. If the dhatu belongs to the first 12, okay? So we have a set of 16 dhatus which are called as dvikarmakas. So as per Vyakarana niyama, if it belongs to the first 12, then the conversion happens that way. If it is belonging to the last 4, nihu, krishu, vahu, the conversion is other way. That is the difference. We should remember this. This is as per Vyakarana.
Okay. Dhanyawada, Modi. Acha, this center will be offline, na?
Online Pariksha, sir. Online, yes. So regarding Pariksha, yes, SES has opened the registration. Vyoma will soon share the Google Forms with you. So please give the details. So your house address, right? All that, whatever is important. We will send a question paper through WhatsApp or email, right? And you will have to write them and post your papers to Vyoma. And we will be sharing the papers to SES. So correction will be done by SES and the certificates will be handed over to us for people who register through us, right? So we hope you all register through us. So please wait for 1 or 2 days. We will share the Google form with you. So this information will be shared tomorrow in the valedictory. Not tomorrow, on Friday, the session, we will share the information. So you will be getting information.
Already message has come. 27th is the examination date.
Yeah, exam is on 27th. So the link is open. People who have joined the SES group, WhatsApp group, they have started registration. So please wait. We coordinate this cycle also. So we will help you with the Pariksha. So we will share a Google form with you. So please fill the form and you can take Pariksha from your house.
Okay. Dhanyawada Mahoday.
Dhanyavada. Raghavan Mahoday.
Regarding the COVID exemption.
Yes, sir. So if you have completed Covida or if you have completed the 4th level of SSS, Sura Saraswati, Turiya,
Okay.
you can directly apply for Pathamala 4 even if you have not written 1, 2, 3.
But we have to send the COVID certificate.
I'm not sure. We will check with them and get the details from you. If they ask only for the number or something, fine. If they are specific about uploading the certificate and all that, we will let you know. So please wait for one couple of days. We are collecting information. We will come back.
On the validity date.
Sir?
Friday it will be informed. Validity date.
Yes, sir. Friday, yes. We will give more information about the examination on Friday. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Dhanyawad, sir. Sarita Bhagini.
Namaste Bhagini.
Sorry, sorry, sir. Please unmute yourself.
Namaste Bhagini.
Namaste.
So, how do we need to send the answer sheets, like by post, or we can send it by
Yes,
WhatsApp
Bhagini,
or
if you are
something?
within India, yes, through post or courier or however you
But
want
I
to
am in this Nairobi, Kenya, so I'm asking.
Okay, they will inform you. I think soft copy will do. I will
Okay.
check. They will
Okay.
give this information on
Because
Friday.
last time Patmala 3, I sent the soft copies only.
Then same way, soft copies. For people living in abroad, then yes, soft copy will do. Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Fine. Thank you.
Asti. Shyamala Mahoday.
Namaste Mahodaya.
Namaste.
Regarding Ramayana, the Ramayana portion, no? So
Bhagini.
please let us, help us with how to do that.
Which one, Bhagini? Which?
Ramayana. No, that we have, Subhashitani, no, which we have to do some sentences and Subhashitan.
So I have given the Bhavartha in English, so you can write the same in Samskrita. You want? Okay. Okay, so I will prepare. I'll prepare in Samskrita and share it on the portal and let you know. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, that can
Fine.
be.
Dhanyavadaha Mahodaya. Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavadaha. That will be a sample. Of course, you can write as you wish. Again, this is
Only.
not
Then afterwards we can, on those lines, we can do that.
Yeah, sure. Bhagini, we will do. Yes. I can help you with this. Dhanyavada. Prema Bhagini.
Namaste, Bhagini.
Namaste.
Will we get a drive of all these answers? Because as of now, most of Vyoma material is not downloadable, and we have to only take a screenshot with another phone, not even screenshot, photo with another phone and compile. Instead, is it possible to give it in a drive, madam, for the sake of studying for the exam? Hardly we have less than a month. That's
there
why.
is this management policy not to allow this download option.
No, I'm not asking for download. Can they all be kept in one place in the form of a drive? Just the answers. Like
Answers for what?
Anuvadaha have been done for each lesson. Then Sandhi Samasa.
The Word documents are there, no? The uploaded documents are there in the portal.
But they are all in each lesson, Bhagini. Can it be made as a drive?
That's not there. That is what is not allowed. So we can upload only in the portal. That's the management.
Astu Bhagini.
Yes. Dhanyavadaha. Kala Mahoday. You have a question? Kala Mahoday.
Ambal, madam.
Madam. Yes.
Namaste, madam.
Namaste.
Old question paper.
I think it is shared in the WhatsApp group, the old question papers. So we can
madam.
Okay, no problem. We'll reshare the question papers.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Anything else? So try to attend the session on Friday. We will have answers for your questions regarding the exam registration. Dhanyavadaha. Meet on Friday. Namaste. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramayaha. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschit dukkham bhavantu. Dhanyavadaha.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
So you may think that Bhishma, Drona and all the others will help you in the war. That was the next sentence. Bhishmaha Dronadayaha. So Dronadayaha tikte Drona and others. So Dronadayaha Bhishmaha cha yuddhe tava sahayam karishyanti. Iti tvam chintayehe. So here we have used Vidhiling Lakara. So you might think that they will all help you. So again, you might, iti artha, possibility, we can use Vidhiling Lakara. So it might rain today, adyaha, adya vrishtihi syat, right? So wherever we want to convey some possibility, this might happen, that might happen, we can use Vidhiling Lakara. So this will never happen. So again, this is future tense. This will never happen. Evam kadapi na bhavishyati. Okay, so we'll say, so future tense, bhudatu, bhavishyati. Evam kadapi na bhavishyati. The Pandavas also deserve a share in the kingdom. Pandavaha api rajye kanchit bhagam arhanti. Okay, so bhagaha is prathama, pullinga pada. So dvitiya vibhakti, because it is karma padam, Pandavaha bhagam arhanti. So for bhaga, some bhaga. So you can say kim shabda and chit rupa. That is like for some vityartha. So bhagam is in dvitiya ekavachanam. So kam is the rupa of kim shabda in dvitiya ekavachanam pullinga plus chit, kam plus chit, kanchit. So kanchit bhagam arhanti. So kanchit is adjective, visheshana for bhaga. So both have to be in same vibhakti, vachana and linga. So Pandavas also deserve a share in the kingdom. As they are followers of dharma, everyone favors them alone. Te dharmam anucharanti ityataha sarve teshameva sahayam kurvanti. Okay, again you can use shatranta. However you want, you can frame the sentence. The simplest way is, I have just put it in simple words so that it is easier. So te dharmam anucharanti, they follow dharma. Iti karanat sarve tesham eva sahayam kurvanti. So everybody helps them only.